Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing something so breathtaking, so impossible, that it shakes the very foundations of your beliefs. A colossal alien fleet hovering over the world's biggest cities, or the figure of a divine savior descending from the heavens, speaking directly into your mind. It feels real. It looks real. But what if it's all an illusion? This is the chilling premise of Project Bluebeam, a conspiracy theory that claims world governments, powerful elites, and advanced technology could unite to stage a fake, world-changing event. The goal? To manipulate humanity into accepting a single global religion and a new world order. Over the next few minutes, we'll dig deep into the origins, the supposed stages, and the technology that believers say could make this nightmare scenario possible. If you love exploring mysterious and controversial theories like this one, make sure to like this video and subscribe, so you don't miss the next deep dive into the world's strangest secrets. To understand Project Bluebeam, we need to go back to the mid-1990s, a time when the internet was still new. The Cold War had just ended, and the public's trust in governments was at a low point. This was the perfect environment for bold and unsettling conspiracy theories to take root. The man who first brought Project Bluebeam into the spotlight was Serge, the Canadian investigative journalist and self-described conspiracy researcher. In 1994, Monast published a book and gave several lectures claiming he had uncovered a secret plan involving NASA, the United Nations, and other powerful groups. His claim was that these forces intended to use advanced technology to create a massive deception, a staged, world-altering event designed to usher in a new world order. Monast described the operation in 4 detailed stages, which we'll explore later. But what made his claims even more compelling to believers was the mysterious way his life ended. In 1996, Monast reportedly died suddenly from a heart attack at the age of 51, just one day after being arrested, according to some accounts. Conspiracy circles quickly labeled this as suspicious, suggesting he was silenced. Culturally, the 1990s were ripe for such a theory. UFO sightings were making headlines. Movies like The X-Files and Independence Day were blending science fiction with government secrecy. And the year 2000 loomed as a symbol of possible apocalypse. Against this backdrop, Project Bluebeam didn't just sound like fiction, it felt eerily possible. According to Serge Monast, Project Bluebeam would unfold in 4 carefully planned stages, each one designed to destabilize society, break down belief systems, and prepare humanity for a single global government and religion. Monast claimed the plan would begin with a series of earthquakes in key locations around the world. These quakes wouldn't just be natural disasters. They'd be engineered to unearth new archaeological evidence. But this evidence, according to the theory, would be fake. Ancient scrolls, artifacts, or even ruins could suddenly appear, rewriting history, and discrediting all major religions. The purpose? To make people doubt their faith and open the door for a brand new centralized belief system. Once faith was shaken, the real spectacle would begin. Using satellites and holographic technology, the world's skies would light up with massive 3D projections. Each region would see the image of the religious figure most familiar to its culture, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, speaking directly to them. In other places, alien fleets might appear, creating panic and awe. These projections, Monast claimed, would merge into a single image, representing the new messiah of a unified religion. Believers often point to advancements in projection mapping, giant laser light shows, and experimental atmospheric displays as proof that this technology is possible. Skeptics, however, argue that projecting such clear, detailed images on a global scale is beyond our current capabilities. The next step is where things get truly unsettling. Monast alleged that extremely low-frequency, ELF waves, could be broadcast worldwide to manipulate human thoughts and emotions. People would believe they were receiving direct communication from their God or from alien beings. This mental softening would make them more likely to accept whatever the final stage demanded. Supporters of the theory often tie this stage to projects like HAARP, a real U.S. research program studying the ionosphere, which conspiracy theorists claim is a secret mind control device. Scientists counter that ELF waves cannot be used to implant specific thoughts. at least not in the way movies or conspiracy theories imagine. Finally, the plan would climax in a staged, world-changing event. In one version, a simulated alien invasion would threaten the entire planet, forcing nations to unite under a single global authority. In another version, the skies would fill with the image of a returning savior, the ultimate religious figure, declaring the arrival of a new era. Either way, the purpose would be the same: to make humanity willingly surrender its sovereignty to a savior government. This, Monast claimed, would be the birth of the New World Order. Whether you see these 4 stages as a fascinating piece of speculative fiction or as a genuine warning, they form the heart of Project Bluebeam's legend. But how much of this is even technologically possible? One reason Project Bluebeam refuses to fade away is that it mixes pure speculation with just enough real science to feel plausible. While many of Monast's claims sound like science fiction, some real-world advancements make parts of the theory seem uncomfortably close. In the last few decades, holographic technology has leapt forward, from giant projection mapping on skyscrapers to concerts featuring resurrected celebrities like Tupac and Michael Jackson. Visual illusions are becoming increasingly convincing. Combine this with military experiments in camouflage, light manipulation, and drone swarms, and it's easy to see why some people imagine an entire sky filled with coordinated images. Artificial intelligence adds another layer of unease. Deepfake technology can create ultra-realistic videos and synthetic voices, potentially enabling staged proof of anything, from alien messages to divine proclamations. Psychological operations, psyops, are also real, though far less cinematic than conspiracy theorists suggest. And the militaries have long studied how to influence populations through propaganda, misinformation, and psychological pressure. A favorite target in Bluebeam discussions is HAARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program in Alaska. Officially, HAARP studies the ionosphere for communications and atmospheric science. But conspiracy theorists claim it's capable of weather control, earthquake generation, and even mass mind manipulation. Scientists dismiss these ideas, pointing out the enormous physical and energy barriers to such feats. Similarly, cloud seeding and weather modification programs, real and documented, are often reframed in conspiracy circles as evidence of large-scale secret geoengineering. What's crucial to remember is that technology can deceive, but the kind of synchronized, global-scale illusions Bluebeam describes remain beyond our current reach. While Project Bluebeam has a devoted following, most experts, from scientists to engineers to historians, argue that it simply doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Despite nearly 3 decades of discussion, there's no credible, verifiable evidence that such a program exists. No leaked documents, no whistleblowers with concrete proof. Only secondhand accounts, anonymous claims, and reinterpretations of unrelated events. The most glaring flaw is the scale. To project clear, visible holograms into the sky over multiple continents simultaneously would require unimaginable amounts of power, coordination, and technology that we simply do not have, even today. The same applies to the ELF mind control claims. Scientists agree that while low-frequency waves can interact with the human brain in subtle ways, they cannot implant specific thoughts or force people to believe in visions. For believers, the lack of evidence is not a weakness. It's proof of a cover-up. If you present scientific counterarguments, they might say you're part of the deception. This makes Bluebeam nearly impossible to disprove in the eyes of its followers. While most of Project Bluebeam's details collapse under critical examination, the idea survives because it taps into something deeper, a fear that we can no longer trust what we see or hear. Project Bluebeam might lack hard evidence, but its influence on conspiracy culture has been massive. Since the 1990s, it has evolved from an obscure lecture circuit topic into a recurring online obsession. Fueled by viral videos, unexplained sky phenomena, and the growing mistrust of institutions, platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Reddit have breathed new life into Monast's theory. Short clips of strange cloud formations, mysterious lights, or drone shows are often labeled as tests of Project Bluebeam. The combination of dramatic visuals and ominous captions makes these posts spread fast even without context. Science fiction has also kept the concept alive. Films like Independence Day, Spider-Man, Far From Home, and series like The X-Files echo elements of Bluebeam. Staged alien threats, holographic illusions, and manipulative global conspiracies. These fictional depictions blur the line between entertainment and perceived reality for some viewers. At its core, Bluebeam speaks to two powerful human instincts: mistrust of authority and the need for hidden knowledge. It offers a narrative where believers are the few who see through the illusion, while everyone else is fooled. Add in apocalyptic religious themes and UFO mythology, and you have a theory that resonates across multiple subcultures. Whether seen as a warning, a hoax, or a modern myth, Project Bluebeam has become a symbol of our time, a reflection of both our technological wonders and our deep, lingering fear that nothing we witness can truly be trusted. Project Bluebeam sits at the intersection of science fiction, technological curiosity, and deep societal mistrust. Born in the 1990s from the mind of Serge Monast, it wove together fears of government deception, rapid advances in technology, and the timeless human fascination with end-of-the-world scenarios. While its alleged 4 stages, from fake archaeological finds to mind control and staged global events, remain unproven and technically implausible, the theory's endurance reveals something important. It reflects our uncertainty about the world we live in. In an era where deep fakes can forge convincing realities, drone shows can fill the sky with glowing illusions, and information spreads faster than ever. The boundary between truth and fabrication is more fragile than we'd like to admit. Whether you dismiss Project Bluebeam as an elaborate hoax or see it as a cautionary tale, it serves as a reminder. The most powerful beam isn't projected from satellites, it's the one that shapes our perceptions, our beliefs, and ultimately our reality. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Project Bluebeam, one of the most fascinating and controversial conspiracy theories of our time. Whether you think it's pure science fiction, a hidden truth waiting to be revealed, or something in between, it forces us to ask a powerful question. Can we really trust what we see? Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed exploring this theory with me, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Most of you who watch our videos still aren't subscribed, and joining the community means you won't miss the next big mystery we uncover. We've got plenty more mind-bending investigations coming your way.